Life is precious, and we all have the opportunity of living it to the fullest. Unfortunately, so few of us know how to manage it all. How do we account for our opportunities? How do we account for our time? How do we account for our relationships, health, spirituality, homes, finances, influence, and careers? How do we account for the one life we have to live? I am so glad you asked. In this program, you will find answers to all of these questions and more. Welcome to the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore.
What's up, and welcome back to another episode of the Account for Life podcast. Wow. We're 8 days into the year, and here's what I believe could be my personal belief. There's a lot to be found in 2024. There's a lot to be found in 2024. When I say that, I'm speaking from the context of what hit me in Proverbs chapter 8. It took me a long time this morning as I was pondering. I actually tried to record 3 times and I couldn't record. I had to get up, move around, drink some coffee, and then it hit me. What in the world are we doing? What are people doing? What are people focused on? People are being led astray by distractions. Yeah, I'm just going to blatantly say distractions have become the new intention, which when I named the podcast this morning, I didn't understand it, but now I do. Those who find me find life is what wisdom said in chapter 8. And if you don't find wisdom, what do you find? Ultimately, we find, anyone finds death. So here it is. The day before my wife turns 50 tomorrow. Happy birthday, honey. I'm going to say it tomorrow again. But she turns 50 tomorrow. We had a beautiful experience on Saturday evening celebrating her. And wow. I shared a story about Jenny on Saturday evening, the 6th. And if it wasn't for her, I would have graduated from college, but it was because of her fighting for me that I graduated on time from college. She fought for me. How does she know that she should do that? I was reading chapter 8 of Proverbs, and I listened to it, but not listening to it like from the app. I listened to the words as I was reading them. As I was listening to the words as I was reading them, I could feel what wisdom feels like. I could see it with my mind's eye where wisdom was at the beginning of time, before there was time. I experienced something from verses 12 all the way to the end of the chapter that I never experienced before. Those who find me find life, is what wisdom said. Those who find me find life. I apologize. I'm sitting and getting teared up. Why do we do things? Why did God create you? Why did God create wisdom? It says in verse number 12 of chapter 8, I am wisdom and I am insight, I have knowledge and sound judgment. To honor the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil ways and false words. I make plans and carry them out. I have understanding and I am strong. I help kings to govern and rulers to make good laws. Every ruler on earth governs with my help, officials and nobles alike. I love those who love me. Whoever looks for me can find me. I have riches and honor to give, prosperity and success. What you get from me is better than finest gold, better than purest silver. I walk the way of righteousness. I follow the paths of justice, giving wealth to those who love me, filling their houses with treasures. Those who find me find life. Who doesn't want a treasure? Who doesn't want enduring riches? Who doesn't want to have silver, gold, and wisdom? Who doesn't want to be successful? Those who find me find life. Verse 22, the Lord created me first of all, the first of his works, long ago. I was made in the very beginning, at the first, before the world began. I was born before the oceans, when there was no springs of water. I was born before the mountains, before the hills were set in place, before God made the earth and its fields, or even the first handful of soil. I was there when he set the sky in place, when he stretched the horizon across the ocean, when he placed the clouds in the sky, when he opened the springs in the ocean and ordered the waters of the sea to rise no further than he said. I was there when he laid the earth's foundation. I was beside him like an architect. I was his daily source of joy, always happy in his presence, happy with the world and pleased with the human race. Now, young people, listen to me. Do as I say and you will be happy. Listen to what you are taught. Be wise. Do not neglect it. Those who listen to me will be happy. Those who stay at my door every day, waiting at the entrance to my home. Those who find me find life, and the Lord will be pleased with them. Those who do not find me hurt themselves. Anyone who hates me loves death. It was those who find me find life is what really drew me today. Why account for your life? What is that? And why is that important? It's not Jay. It's not the healthy accountant. None of that matters. None of it. In 2017, when the idea was birthed in me, it was birthed through me. It was already in me. The idea was birthed through me in 2017, June of 2017. I remember it like it was yesterday. This idea just showed up. But where did it come from? It says that wisdom was there from the beginning, which means whatever God put in you and in me has been there even before you became anything. So God birthed you. And when God birthed you in his thoughts, he knew you and he called you and he set you apart from everybody else is what he did. Set you apart. He didn't set you apart to be better than everybody else. He set you apart because you are you, a version of himself that he had to manifest right now in this time. Why? Why would you or I find wisdom? Because when we find wisdom, we find life. Count for your life today. Know that your life is precious. We all have an opportunity to live it to the fullest. Unfortunately, so few of us know how to manage it all. So how do we account for our opportunities? How do we account for our time, relationships, health, spirituality, homes, finances, influence, and careers? How do we account for the one life we have to live? That's the question to ask. Continue to come back to this podcast for more ways to account for your life. God bless. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Thanks for joining us, listening friends. We are so glad you invested this time with us. Always remember, you only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest. This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.